Welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to tell you why I think that GTA Online is a terrible game. There's multiple reasons why I think this. The first thing I want to talk about, this is going to be more of a rant, so it's not scripted, so I have to think of stuff. So the first thing I can think of is infinite loading screens. Which you can get basically anywhere. You can get them while you switch session. You can get an infinite loading screen while you have to enter a house. The elevator in the during the casino heist, that is a black screen that is for like 2 seconds. You can get an infinite loading screen while being in that elevator. Even when you exit the game, you can get an infinite loading screen, because you need a loading screen for the option to exit the game once you press exit game, because that's how good GTA is. And speaking of loading screens, the loading screens to get into online are incredibly long, sometimes taking upwards of like 7 minutes, I think. If you're lucky, it'll take 4 or 5 minutes, which is insanely long still. I mean, if we compare it to another of Rockstar's games, Red Dead Redemption 2, well, Red Dead Online, the loading screens are only about a minute at max. The loading screens here are incredibly long in comparison to like any other game that exists. And speaking of the Diamond Casino heist, which I was talking about earlier, you can get kicked out of the Diamond Casino heist in the man trap if you're too fast, because the game won't fucking register that you're in the man trap. So you're going to get kicked, and you're going to be stuck in the man trap, so you have to blow yourself up, and then you're going to have to start the entire heist all over again. So if you want to do the elite challenge and complete it on the heist under 15 minutes, you kind of need to be fast in the man trap. But if you're too fast in the man trap, you're going to get kicked out, and you're going to have to restart the entire heist. Let's also not ignore the fact that during the casino heist, if you do sneaky and silent, or whatever it's called, silent and sneaky, bodies can be spotted with people that are people who are dead can spot bodies or something, because you can kill everyone on the bottom floor outside of the man trap, disable the cameras, everything's good, and the bodies will still get reported somehow. And if you kick a dead body on the bottom floor or the top floor, even if it's completely wiped, there's no people patrolling it, the guards will be alerted. That's just stupid. And something else that I think is stupid with the Diamond Casino heist, you can do like some extra setups to get some news gear, which you can use as an exit disguise when you're doing the Group 6 Big Con heist option. But sometimes those won't even spawn in. It'll show on the map that they're there, but then as soon as you get into the laundry room, or whatever it's called, there's no suits there. And this happens like 70% of the time when you do news gear. And the game is also full of modders. I'd say there's an average of 3 people a lobby that has God mode, or they're going to just blow you up randomly from like across the map, or something, and you can shoot like 50 rockets into their I don't know, scramjet or deluxo or presser or something, and they won't even take the slightest damage. You can spam their weapons with Widowmakers or something for minutes while they're inside of a building or something, and it won't blow up. You can put sticky bombs on it and it won't blow up. They can put you in cages, they can drop you money, or they can drop you action figures, which you can be banned for. Like, you will be banned if someone gives you money, so, well, you have a chance. But the modder won't get banned, because Rockstar can't detect the cheats for some fucking reason. So the game is just full of modders, and you're constantly you're going to get risk getting banned from the game if you play in a populated session, because you might get caged and money dropped. Another reason that GTA Online is bad, the mechanic. Sometimes he won't even deliver your cars, even if you have tons of money on your account. He just won't deliver your cars. He won't deliver vehicles, anything. He doesn't say that he's not going to deliver them. You can call him, he'll answer, and you'll click on the vehicle, and he won't appear. It's lovely, isn't it? And same goes for like other things that, like, if you call Lester, for example, and you want to remove your wanted level, sometimes it'll work. Sometimes you get the wanted level back instantly, and Lester will still be on cooldown. So you just have to lose the cops, like, by driving around or something. Which I think is stupid. Like, why even have that system if there's a 50% chance that you'll just get the cops immediately right after? I think it's just so fucking stupid. Another thing that's stupid, planes and helicopters are not, like, they can't fucking tank, like, a bullet or something. I was doing the casino heist with a friend a few weeks ago, and we were going to grab the helicopter on the police station roof, so we could do the elite challenge. And we shoot 2 bullets into the window, and the engine, like, just explodes. The helicopter doesn't work. From us shooting a window twice. A window. Twice. And the same goes for all the planes you'll find. They'll explode from basically anything. Like, you could be trying to take off, and, like, a gust of wind will just blow up the entire plane or something. Like, they can fall from 2 centimeters, and they'll just blow up. It's insane how weak the planes are. Like, I get it if they'll blow up by a missile, but they're more resistant to fucking missile fire than bumping into something like a car. It's stupid. And something else, your character can't climb up walls. Well, not walls, but like steep hills or something. Like, if it's more than a 40-degree angle, he's just going to, like, ragdoll and die or something. Just like in Red Dead Redemption 2. I think it's worse in Red Dead Redemption 2, because, like, if it's not plain ground that is, like, completely flat, your character is going to start ragdolling and just die for some reason. It's not as bad in GTA Online, but your character can't climb hills at all. It's insane. Like, the people who made this, have they ever tried climbing, like, a mountain or a hill or something? It's not that difficult. Like, you can climb things that are almost 90 degrees. And speaking of movement, the parkour system is fucked if you want to jump between, like, 2 things that are 2 platforms, which are basically touching each other, but there's a slight gap in between. Instead of your character just jumping over it, or, like, grabbing a ledge or something and trying to, like, climb or something. No, your character is going to fall flat on their face and die. Like, the parkour system is the worst I've ever played. I don't think the GTA needs, like, the same parkour system as Dying Light or Assassin's Creed, where you can do all these crazy movement things, but, like, at least be able to climb stuff without your character just ragdolling and dying all the time. I think that would be fun. And speaking of terrible movement, the movement in third person is extremely clunky. Your character will start grabbing onto ladders, and they'll start jumping over fences and stuff. We just want them to fucking turn. It's a lot smoother in first person, but even then it's still shit. So sometimes you want to like run between something, but your character, like, let's say there's 2 fences, right, and there's a small gap in between that you need to run, like you need to run between, like, in that space, and your character will just do this enormous circle, like the turning radius of a T-Rex on Ark or something, and you'll completely you'll go in the wrong direction or something. Like, the controls are super clunky. And speaking of terrible controls, the car controls are good. I'll give them that. But anything else that is in a car has terrible controls. For example, swimming. You dive with space, and you move upwards with S. Yeah, that makes sense, doesn't it? Shouldn't you, like, move in the direction you're looking with W? So if you're looking up and press W, you're going to move upwards. And then S is for, like, diving. No, S is for ascending to the surface. And space is for diving. Yeah, those are some really good controls, Rockstar. How about double keyboards? We could use the same controls that we use for cars on airplanes, right? No, because Rockstar don't know how to code so that 2 different things can have the same keybinds. So, like, should we disable car keybinds while you're in a helicopter? Nah, we'll just make new keybinds, so we have to use the fucking numpad of all the things. I mean, once you get used to it, it's perfectly simple. But getting used to it, and it doesn't tell you that you need to use the numpad either. I had a friend had to tell me that I needed the jump pad, the numpad to even control a plane. And helicopters are even worse, because like, I don't even know how to describe them. They're so clunky when it comes to controls, when it comes to numpads. My friends who play with don't have numpads have to like bind it to different things, otherwise they can't even control their planes or helicopters, which I also think is fucking stupid. It's also impossible to make money solo if you're just starting the game. I had the luck of I started playing GTA Online during a $2 million giveaway event. Well, there were two $1 million giveaways back to back, like the same week, so I could get started and stuff. But like, if you're starting out with $0, it's going to be impossible for you to do anything without the help of other players. So you're going to have to do a bunch of jobs and heists with other players, and if you don't have friends, that would be really difficult. And the game is also crowded, like, with tryhards that will blow up anyone they see. So if you're a new player, and the first thing you're going to see is probably going to be an oppressor that is shooting a rocket at you, or a laser, or a hydra, or a buzzard, or anything that can shoot homing rockets, or anything that explodes. Now, I know that isn't a fault on Rockstar's behalf. I mean, they can really control what the players are doing, but I do think that they're adding things that are harming the game. And I know I can't really say this because I haven't been playing since launch or something, but oppressors are the most annoying thing in the game. Like, I'm fine with lasers and hydras and stuff because they're rare, but basically everyone can use an oppressor, and during the Black Friday sale you could get an oppressor, nightclub, and terabytes for like $2.5 million. Everyone can. That's 2 casino heists if you get 85% of the cut. So it needs some kind of balancing. That's really all I can think of when it comes to GTA Online. The bad things about GTA Online, there's multiple other things that I can mention. For like, I just thought of something. When you call the mechanic and he starts delivering a car or a vehicle or something, and he doesn't deliver it, which I mentioned before, and you have to wait 2 minutes for a car or 5 minutes for a plane. Lovely.